right. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well in this kind of crazy time. But I'm glad that we can use technology to stay connected, and I can bring you a virtual tour of our dairy farm. So I'm Darlene. I'm a third generation dairy farmer, fourth generation on my family's farm, Abiqua Acres, Man's Guernsey Dairy. You can find me online as Guernsey Dairy Mama. I'm hanging out here in the freestall barn with the ladies, which is what we call our cows. We're a completely family-run farm. It's my husband and I in partnership with my parents, and then our 3 young boys round out our workforce. We call them our micromanagers. So my grandparents built the first milking parlor in 1959, and we've sold grade A milk ever since then, currently with Dairy Gold Co-op. So if you're purchasing Dairy Gold products that possibly came from our farm. I'm gonna flip you around here and show you a little bit more about our barn. All right, so hanging out here in the barn with the ladies. Our barn is a pretty typical freestall barn that you would see on any Oregon dairy farm. Freestall barn means that the cows are free to move around and they can lie down, or they can come over to the bunk and eat, or they can go get a drink of water. Then also our farm utilizes 2 de Laval VMS, which stands for Voluntary Milking System, robotic milkers. So instead of us doing the milking, we have a robot doing the milking, which I'll show you up close and in action here in just a bit. Our robotic barn is what's called a free flow. So the cows are free to enter the robots at any time that you'd like. You can see one in the stall there, and then we've got fair bikes waiting behind, and our other unit is over there on the other side of the barn. Another unique thing about our farm is that we raise Guernseys. There's 6 major dairy breeds. If you've seen a dairy cow before, it was probably a Holstein, which is kind of similar markings except black and white, or a Jersey, which we have 6 of. Oh, Beatrix just walked back behind on the other side. They're kind of a gray-brown solid cow. We've worked with Guernseys since 1954, when my grandfather purchased the first one, and we still have descendants of her in the herd today. I think we're 18 generations deep on her. We're a purebred registered Guernsey herd, and that part of it is just kind of a hobby for us, but we enjoy our Guernsey ladies. So this time of year, you might be able to see, I'll go down there if we can. Oh yeah, you can kind of see them in there. We just went out to pasture about 2 weeks ago here in Oregon. We can usually pasture April through October, but it really depends on the weather. For those months in the winter, fall, winter, it's really just too wet in Oregon to pasture. So they're in here in the barn for the winter time. Hi, ladies. Right, now I'm gonna show you the robots in action. The cow has just left the stall. It's gonna let the next one in. It IDs her, and then it's gonna clean the teats. Here goes the robotic arm with the teat cleaner. It's using a special wash solution in the teat cup, along with water and air. And then as it comes off of her teat, it's also stripping a little bit of milk out, so it's stimulating the letdown of milk. A closer view here. Gonna clean all 4 teeth. go ahead and attach the milking cups. We've got all 4 teats attached there. Goes ahead and holds the hoses for us for the duration of her milking. One of the cool things is that I can come in here, and super funny because I'm Darlene and this is a cow named Darlene. I can come in here and I can see her expected yield for this milking, how much she's given already, and then by quarter also. It milks by quarter. So I can see how much she's expected per quarter and how the flow and everything on that is going. And then I can come into her card and I can see the last time that she was milked, how much she gave, how long she was in the stall for, how many pounds she gave per minute, and then if there was any issues. This is something we really keep track of and check on every day. If there was any incompletes on a quarter, that means that she either didn't give as much as was expected or it didn't milk out correctly. So we're going to check it on that cow, or a kickoff. That means that she kicked it off before the expected amount was there. And you can kind of hear a little trickle. I don't know if I can get you in there to see, but that's grain coming down for her teeth while she's milking. It's a specialized robot pellet. And then, hi honey, what are you doing, huh? And then they're fed according to production. So a cow that's giving more milk is going to get more grain than a cow that's giving less. So while they're getting milk, they just get to enjoy a tasty treat, but it's also an important part of their diet. The pellet is a major part of energy in their ration. Here, just milking away. And there's 1 quarter that's done. So when a quarter is done, they come off individually. She finishes, she's sprayed with what's called a post-it. That's to protect her teeth while she's not milking. And then the gate opens, and she's free to exit. And she's cleaning out the feed bowl for us. Basically the same process you would see in any parlor, only a robotic arm is doing the work for us instead of a person. And then the next cow comes in and the process starts all over again.